One of the tests that I was working with one of my partners recently that surprised me, the results that surprised me was when we added something just as simple as a headline. We saw a pretty big lift when testing different headlines, anywhere up to about, I believe it was about a 13% increase in their online conversions. So something as simple as adding a headline, you might be able to see a lift if you try something like that.
Most surprising test, I would have to say one of our partners was a subscription-based website, and their checkout process was about 6 steps long. And usually in our testing we found that the shorter the process the better. More simple, concise, always works better. So we decided to go with a 2-step process, and we found that we actually decreased conversion by about 50%. We think it was related to maybe setting expectations for the customer. They were expecting, an incremental process, slowly giving away their information, which obviously didn't work with our new tactic. So that was probably the most surprising result we had.
One of the most surprising test results this year was actually an email test we ran. One of the guys wanted to try a design that was basically an email of a just big, large red button. That was pretty much the whole email. And while it didn't win, it did surprisingly well. And I think there's probably some potential there for some more testing, maybe find somewhere where it works really well. But I thought that was interesting. That basically an email with just one big button and a call to action performed, I think it was second actually, out of about 18 treatments.
Well, I'd probably say the biggest takeaway I had in testing this year was learning to be specific, not only in the market that we're working with or the product, but also the geographical reason. And a couple times in testing, actually, we worked with a partner over in the UK, and what we found was that many of the techniques that we would use maybe on a page in the US that we had optimized actually in some instances decrease conversions.
If I had one test to recommend to your average marketer out there, or even your large company out there, it would just be to keep things simple. Simplify your headline, simplify your page design, simplify your offer. Just make it as easy as possible for your visitor who lands on the page to know what you're selling and make a buying decision.
Well, the one thing that I think marketers need to do to be successful is to understand your metrics. I've worked with a lot of companies that don't even know the access to their Google Analytics or whatever system it is that they're using. So, understand your metrics. There's lots of courses out there that you can take to to gain an understanding of those and to learn how to navigate through the systems. Once you understand your metrics, you'll then have a better understanding of your audience and what improvements you can make in the sales funnel.
In this economy, I really think it's important for marketers to demonstrate their value in a very definable way. So if it's showing a positive ROI for all the money you spend, or it's just defining the impact you're having on the business in a very monetary way. So track everything, track how much money you spend, how much money it brings in. Obviously avoid things that aren't making money. And things are going to change month by month in this economy. We've already found that some channels we were using 6 months ago aren't working anymore. So test it all and keep track and demonstrate value.